Once again, we are back for another amazing discussion where I'm mostly right and Chris is mostly wrong. It's the Front Row Wrestling Podcast. I am Mr. KS. That is,
Oh, shit.
you can.
Mm.
Do you need a throat
Are you
loss?
making me sick? Are you making me sick? You're
Do,
sick over there.
do you need a throat loss, sir?
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm fine. Thank you.
gotta go. Well, like I said, I'm Mr. KS. That is sometimes right, mostly wrong. My man Chris, how you doing, sir?
I'm right as always. Thank you.
Well, you should be in a
I'm
good mood.
doing well. That is doing well.
You should be in
Yes.
a good mood. Vanderbilt won today, so you should be in a good mood.
You know what? We like to rock. We were whooping that candy ass for a minute, and then they kind of settled down and let Kentucky have some garbage time touchdowns.
What did I text you at the first beginning of that game? Yeah,
You said don't be playing around with them Kentucky boys. That Kentucky defense and boys came to play. And then before you know it, it was 34-3, then 34-10 and 45-10. And I don't know. We were, the should be mentioned Heisman contender who is never mentioned should be, however, only threw for like a school record yards in a game, 5 touchdowns, 469 yards, ran for a touchdown.
I'm not getting into that part with you. I'm not getting into that with you. We done had that discussion already.
We have had this discussion already. Yes.
You know why he is not in the Heisman.
Now, I just want to say this ahead of time. We're going to Knoxville next week. We need to beat Tennessee. We need to finish out at 10-2.
But I'm watching
because
watching
the
Tennessee
better
right
they finish, the better game they get later, whether it's a high bowl game or they actually slip into the playoffs, which is looking very doubtful. At 10-2, I mean, SEC team, it's unheard of to not be in the playoffs, but they are Vanderbilt, so they get crapped on.
I hope you don't get to Tennessee. I'm watching right now.
Oh, Tennessee's been that way all year with people. They are the highest scoring offense in the nation. I don't know if you know that or not. But they also play a lot of patsy teams in a way. I mean, the SEC teams they played have not been the best, and the ones that are some of the best they've played, they ain't put them kind of points on.
There's no such thing as a bad SEC team. You know that. Stop lying.
That's kind of true. People just hate hearing that, so I don't say it a lot. Yeah.
Hey man, rep your conference, bro.
ACC people hate it. Big Ten people hate it the most. They can't. When the Big 12 was a thing, they probably despised it the most because Texas and Oklahoma would be like, "We're better than y'all."
Well, in that case, in that time, they were though.
Not all the time, no, because they were not winning the national title from '99 until almost 2020. We'll say from '99 to there. How many years did SEC win the national championship?
Anybody watching this knows that the SEC, they win a lot because of the money. We know this already.
They win a lot because we are the best conference, and we're all ranked up there because we beat each other up all year long. We have the toughest schedules.
Y'all are the richest conference
because we're the best. We won. We win a lot. You win a lot. You build up a lot of money.
We gonna talk wrestling because we debate enough as it is.
I was gonna say, aren't we? Is this a wrestling podcast though? I mean, not an NCAA football.
Can't get you started on the SEC because you'll.
Well, don't let Vandy and Miami get in the bowl game together.
Oh, yeah.
You and I are going to be unbearable, and then if old Ishmael pops up somewhere, I have to hear from him too about him.
If you want to see a grown man cry, watch you as Miami whips Vanderbilt's ass.
Or watch you on Sunday when the Cowboys play.
We did not have to. Okay, talking about wrestling, we hit a preview.
Don't worry, I cry every Sunday too when the Titans play.
Wait a minute, my Cowboys won the last game they played, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, my Titans only won one game all year, so.
So you don't want to talk NFL at all.
I don't really know. This is a wrestling podcast. Let's talk wrestling.
Let's talk. We had a discussion this week, and I got you to accept the place. No,
don't be putting it like that.
No.
Don't be putting it like that. That is not exactly what happened.
If I can go back and find a message, you accepted LA Knight's place in life in wrestling.
All right, so you go ahead and say your piece, and I'll say the truth. Go ahead.
Okay, so you hit me to an interview that Triple H did explaining the difference, between a guy and somebody having a championship, and it ain't always about having a title because everybody can't have a title, which I have been telling you this for a long time when it comes to LA Knight. And you waited till Triple H had an interview to explain this to you because apparently I wasn't explaining it to you correctly. And you waited till Triple H explained it to you, and now you've accepted the fact that yes, LA Knight is a top guy. No, he will not be a champion. And you don't have to be a champion to be a top guy. Sometimes it's better to be a top guy than a champion. You may speak.
Thank you. It is now my turn on the mic. I would like to say that first off, Mr. KS is full of caca. What I said was I watched this interview, as he said, and Triple H did talk about leaving DX and going on his own to be the Darth Vader to the Rock and Stone Cold babyface time frame. And that the guy interviewing said, well, of course, said you want to be the world heavyweight champion too. And he says, well, yeah, but he goes, all wrestlers, kind of aspire to be a champion at one point. He said, but it's not so much about that as just being on top of the game. He said, you're on top of the game. You're at the top echelon of the people in the company. You're the ones making the money. You're the ones being up, in the main events of the pay-per-views and stuff. You're all this good stuff and everything, right? Now, he did say, though, that winning the title is good, too. And I told you that I understand that LA Knight is at the top of his game in WWE. He's toward the top of the roster. He gets in main events, everything. He gets in feuds with the big people and everything. But I still said I want to see a title run. I'm not changing my mind on that. I want to see a title run.
Here's what you do.
And I don't care if it's a Jey Uso title run for a month and a half. I want a title run.
First of all, we're going to not use Jey Uso's title run like it's a footnote in history. We're not doing that.
We are, because that's what it was.
We're not doing that, buddy.
That's like saying Nia Jax being champion again for a month and losing it to somebody else again. See, we go jump on Jey Uso, we're going to bring Nia Jax in with it too, because it aggravates you.
I think you do this, no matter who I pick, you're going to pick the opposite, or you're just going to go against them. That's your plot in life. I get it. That's all right. No.
I want a title run for LA Knight. He deserves a small title run, to very least. Small.
Chris,
I'll take it.
You're not getting a title run for LA Knight. Now go say your prayers, drink your warm milk, and go to bed. Wait for Santa Claus. Now there is no.
I got some cold tea. Is that good enough?
It's gonna have to do, but it's not happening. Let me ask you this in that vein, right? Because we hear this term "face of the company."
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily have to have a title to be the face of the company.
No, you don't.
I.e., Roman.
Stone Cold was the face of the company for a long time. Mooney Wadir did not have the title. The Rock was the face of the company at one point when he didn't have the title.
Now, do you think? Would you say Roman Reigns is the face of the company now, or would you say?
I would say Roman Reigns is the really and truly, even though he's part time, he's still pretty much face the company right now because people love him the most.
And not Cody Rhodes.
I don't think Cody Rhodes is. No, even though he's champion, I think Roman Reigns is still looked at as being a bigger draw than Cody Rhodes. That's my personal opinion, but
I will say well, face of the company sometimes ain't always the biggest draw. More times than not, it is.
If when you got it's like CM Punk when he wasn't there, they still chanted his name, right? And he could have been there all that time and been the face of the company when he was there. When Roman Reigns isn't there, what are they doing out in the crowd? I mean, they're OTC. I mean, they want him out there all the time, every week. They don't always get him, but they want him. So that tells me that you're pretty much right at the top of the company right there. And with or without the title, he had the title for how long, though?
4 years.
4 years. I mean, man, the man was the face of the company for 4 years, and still without the title, they're chanting his name and wanting him out there. To me, he's still the face of the company.
Would you say he's the face of the company, but Cody Rhodes is doing the face of the company work? Like he's doing
that's
the
fair. That's fair. Yeah,
he's doing the podcast. He's doing the interviews. You see him.
That's very fair. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
So why don't we call him the face of the company?
I don't know. I mean, it's when I think of WWE, the first person that pops in my mind for whatever reason is Roman Reigns.
Not LA Knight.
Believe it or not LA Knight.
Shocked.
But I do want LA Knight to get a title run still. I'm not backing off of that. But the first person I think of is Roman Reigns because we have had the bloodline story for so long. He was champion forever. It got good for a while. It got a little stale. It got good again. Now they kind of backed off of it. It may pop up again for all we know. I mean, but I just think of him first, I guess, because for the last 4 or 5 years, it's been a lot of Roman Reigns. And even before they did that whole storyline with the bloodline, him trying to fit into that role that they wanted him to be, where he was having difficulty with it and struggling with it because he couldn't do mic work hardly, it seemed like.
I don't think it was because I don't think he could do the mic work they wanted him to do.
He really couldn't, really. I mean, he got better at it. He got a lot better at it.
I swear, I think it was.
You just had to find the right character.
It was the stuff they were giving him to say so much. Like sometimes you can give somebody something and they can make it their own. Clearly, he's not that guy. Sometimes you just got to give him a little bit and say, "Put this in your own words," and then go say it. Which is what I think would have worked for him back then, instead of them just saying, "Here's what I want you to say." Go say.
Well, would you agree he's more of an anti-hero than a face? Anti-hero meaning that he can be a bad guy. The people are still going to cheer him. They're still going to boo him too, but they're going to cheer him. And he doesn't have to be a baby face for the company to get loved a lot. When he was a baby face, they were pushing him as a baby face. That's when he had so much trouble on the mic talking. It seemed like.
I think now, yeah, but I think back that time when they were pushing him, I don't think they were. I don't get this whole term of shoving something down somebody's throat. I've never understood that in wrestling. That don't make sense.
There's always somebody that they're going to say is being shoved down our throats. There was people forever saying John Cena was shoved down our throats. They said Hogan was shoved down our throats. I mean,
what does that mean?
It basically means they're putting it on there whether we want to see it or not, and they're forcing you to watch it and like it. Is what people are saying about it.
They're not forcing.
You're not forced. You're not forced to watch anything. You can turn the channel.
You're not even forced to like it.
Right. You can turn the channel. You can watch something else. You can choose not to cheer for this person or like them, and say I want to watch somebody else and wait for the next segment to come on. I mean,
so I'm a fan of the A-Team. I watched it religiously. B.A. Baracus was my favorite. Was he being pushed down my throat? He was on the show every week.
No.
So how does that transfer to wrestling, to somebody being on the show every week being pushed down our throat? I don't get that, bro. That makes no sense to me.
I don't feel once again, I don't feel like he was pushed down our throats.
I'm not saying you, but just about the whole term in general.
Let's say this. Let's compare it more to this, and we can use the show, the A-Team. I love the A-Team as well. Let's say that Mr. T, not only do you watch him every, what was it, Friday nights it was on, or Monday nights? I forget which it was now.
I was like 6, bro.
But whatever night it was on during the week, all right? You've got him every week on the show. Is he on every morning talk show? Does he come on pretty much every nighttime talk show and get out there and do interviews? Do you see him on Entertainment Weekly, Entertainment Tonight? Is he being is I mean, is he making appearances everywhere and they're making it televised?
To your point, there weren't a lot of places for anybody to appear at that.
I know, but that's the way that's the way I'm comparing it. Though, if it was done like that, people would say, "Mr. T being shoved down our throat." I don't care about his stupid cartoon with gymnasts and everything, you know.
so he's on. So okay, back to Roman Reigns, the first run. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
he was on every week. Okay, so if he's on a talk show, 9 times out of 10, most of these wrestling fans ain't watching morning talk shows.
No. Okay,
but
so
he's at a parade. Who else would you send at a parade at that time? Who would you send to these things?
What I didn't get was when it come to them people saying that Roman Reigns was forced down our throat the whole time. Then why weren't they saying that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were being forced?
Because they were damn sure on the segments with him,
right? And even when they weren't on the segments with him, they were having their own segments against other people. When the Shield was no more and they were split up, they were all three being highlighted each week on the shows.
People were saying Seth Rollins is pushed down our throats now. I'm like, how?
Well, when it comes, so like, see, I don't believe that either. But when it comes to Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins or CM Punk or whoever they want to say is being forced down our throat, They're trying to say that the company is trying to make you accept them as your champion or accept them as being the top star when
But
your guy's not the top star.
ain't that
So
ain't that what the company again? So we are everybody talks about attitude there. They wanted you to accept whoever it was the champion. When Kane was champion, they wanted you to accept him as champion.
he wasn't pushed in no one's throat.
To be honest, I don't think anybody's ever
I don't.
anything right though. But they put him in position for you to either cheer him or they want a reaction. They want you to care.
You know, when Kane was champion, I think he still got less airtime than the other people we're talking about. I mean, it's like they didn't.
So Kane was probably a bad example, but okay. So
I get what you're saying though. I
yeah.
do.
So if you want somebody to be the champion, you got to put them in a position where people care about them, whether you like them or not. I think people forget the whole purpose of people coming out in wrestling rings. They want you to have an emotion, good or bad. They want you to have an emotion. And so I can't get you to boo or cheer this guy if you don't care about this guy. So I got to put him in a position for you to make a decision on whether you want to boo or cheer him. So you have to care about him. So how do I do that? I put him in segments. I put him in the ring with main event people you do care about. I put him in storylines or feuds with people you care about to get a reaction from you because I want this guy to be a top star at some point. That's the whole thing.
That's interesting.
Oh Lord, here we go.
No, anyway, but you're right though. I mean that I don't get the whole phenomenon with that forced down our throats business either.
And to your point, I got in. I don't know. I think Chili Ray argues as slow as he talks. I think he.
I'm watching the chat because Chili Ray's like Joe Hendry. Say his name and he will appear.
He comments like, okay, so
I'm watching for you, Chili.
So we do our show every other week now, and so we did a show 2 weeks ago, and he's just now commenting this week on.
Yeah, he works. He works nights mostly. You don't get to listen to us when we're on, so very rarely does he get to listen to us while we're on.
I feel the pain working nights, but at the same time, bro, he commented. I commented after him. He waited 3 hours later. He commented again, but to his credit, he talks like we talking, responding just like that.
Are you referring to the comment he made about who originally did the no face no heel kind of thing?
Yeah, because I
thought he was leaning. I thought he was leaning toward LA Knight because we were talking about LA Knight, so I just threw out LA Knight because you know me, I'm gonna say his name.
Well, no, he thinks AEW discovered the wheel, so I don't know.
I mean, if you're talking about, let's go back further than before AEW existed, before it was a thought. Let's go back before that. What was the Four Horsemen? You know,
that's a good question.
How many people cheered the Four Horsemen? A lot of people. How many people booed them? A lot of people. You could have gone either way with the Four Horsemen. Really? What about when Ric Flair and them was fighting the Russians? They still weren't good guys. They were still fighting Dusty too.
And I want to make the point to that because me and my friends, we were Nikita Koloff fans. We were Ivan Koloff fans. We were Vladimir Petrov, whatever his name was.
Then there was Crusher Khrushchev.
Crusher Khrushchev. We loved the Russians. My uncle used to do the like he had a chain. He would do the Nikita Koloff. To this day, I don't know I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that. But it sounded fucking cool back then.
Yeah,
we were, and then if you get the Russians with the Road Warriors. We didn't give a damn who was good or bad. We just wanted to see the match.
The Road Warriors are another example. They didn't care about anybody. They just wanted to bulldoze through the competition, whoever it was. Yeah, and then they would team with Dusty and Nikita, but at the same time, they'd turn on Dusty in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
and they did a couple different times.
But he back to Chili's comment. He's trying to say that AEW was the first to do the no good guy. No, we don't not gonna have. And I'm like, no, that's not true. He's like, well, they the first to ever come out and say it. I was like, no, that's not true. It's been said before.
Even back in the day in Memphis wrestling, Austin Idol was the same kind of guy.
Well, I'm talking about to actually come out and say it. I try to say it without actually telling him, but that was the whole Vince McMahon's promo. Like he came out and said, I think we're insulting your intelligence by having this whole good guy versus bad guy thing. That's in his words, that's passe. We're not going to do the good bad. We're just going to give you choose. Cheer for who you want, boo who you want. We're just going to give you entertainment. So they already said that. I don't know where he got that. AEW came along in 2019 and said, "Hey, we're not going to have good guys or bad guys. We're just going to have great matches." No, Vince said that on national television in 1991,
Oh, so
97.
okay. I was not following what you said, and I thought you were talking about the way wrestling acted in general. So you're talking about someone actually coming out and saying those words.
Well, I was, but then he responded that AEW came out and said it, and I was like, that was first of all, it was happening way before AEW said it, and they weren't the first person to actually say it. Like I said, Vince McMahon came on TV and gave a whole speech about it. Everybody remembers this speech. We're not going to do the good guy versus bad guy. We're not going to insult your intelligence by telling you, "Hey, that's a good guy and that's a bad guy." We're not doing that. That birth.
Is that the same speech where he went and said we're no longer WWF, we're WWE, we're entertainment or something? Is that the same speech or is that a different speech?
I think that speech came a couple of months later. But yeah, because the speech I'm talking about happened at the beginning of the Attitude Era, when like right after NWO started, that's when that speech happened. That we're not doing a good guy bad guy thing. So I don't like schooling people, but sometimes I feel like I have to. I have to push my knowledge down people's throats.
No,
Yeah, it's good.
not you.
Yeah, it's good.
You not letting somebody else try to be right about something? No.
I'm such a humble person. I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Hey, don't pat yourself in the back too fast. You might break your arm at the elbow or something.
I've got a sore arm as it is. I'm doing exactly that.
Yeah. You're like Barry Horowitz. You got a permanent handprint back there, don't you?
I should give me a vest. I'm gonna give me a shirt that says "I'm always right," and then I'm gonna have a permanent handprint on the back of the shirt. Thank you for that good idea. T-shirts going on sale at the beginning of the year, $15.99.
Merch.
No, there's no promo codes. There's no sales. Just pay the full price and buy the damn shirt.
And then he's gonna brag and tell you how he was right. Y'all pay the full price for his shirt.
I mean, if I don't tell him I'm right, how would they know?
Wow. He's a great guy. Everybody, just ask him; he'll tell you.
Yeah, just ask me. I'll tell you how good I am and how much everybody else is wrong. If you want to know right, come talk to me. So you want to get into this Survivor Series card? Well,
Sure.
first, before we do that,
You have to run the card down. I don't have it in front of me though.
I will run the card down. But John Cena, because this is kind of leading into that. John Cena won the IC title, which you had to tell me because I thought he had the IC title once before. I was wrong. Mm-hmm. This is his first time winning that title, so he is officially the Triple Crown. He's won every title.
Right.
And then people are pissed off about that because why do you have to take it from Dom?
I mean, Dom's got another title, and he's had the IC title for a while anyway. It's time to move it on, and it's not going to stay with Cena forever. It's going to leave with him when he leaves wrestling. So it's going to be somebody else picking it up here soon.
I've always been the person that says wrestling fans think totally opposite of wrestlers. To a wrestling fan, they'll say John Cena buried Dom because he had to have a title on his way out. He had to win the IC title before he retired. That's what wrestling fans will say. You know what Dom is saying right now?
John Cena just gave me the biggest push I've ever had.
It was the best night of my wrestling career.
Look what about how they said that the Undertaker set Braun Breaker back a full year or something when he showed up on NXT and chokeslammed him and told him there was always a bigger dog around the corner. Did that happen? Did it slow him down at all?
I don't people understand what the word rub means.
Right. I mean, you got these big dudes, these big guys out there been in the business for a while, and granted, he didn't put him over, he won the belt, but it don't matter. He still put Dom over, winning the belt or not. I mean,
a lot of these wrestling fans will never make it as wrestlers, bro. because they don't have the right thinking. They think I'm supposed to win. I'm supposed to
See, as a
have a
fan,
title. I'm supposed to be on. I'm supposed to be on every segment. I'm supposed to be wrestling this person. I'm supposed to be on this card. I'm supposed to be in the main event. They will never understand how what you do, no matter where you at on a card, elevates the whole show. You got to
and
play your
and
part, bro.
and as a fan, from a fan's perspective, you want your favorite people to be champion, right? That's what you want to see. From a business perspective, and you're working for the company, you're the wrestler, you want what makes the company better because when the company's better and making more money, what are you doing? You're
Make
making
it
more
more.
money.
There's a story that I want to say it was JBL. He was talking about Stone Cold. With
He
Stone
tells
Cold.
great stories, by the way.
Oh, I love that podcast. Um, he was on a card or something. He was they were talking about money or payouts or whatever, and everybody was mad, but people were making more money because Stone Cold was generating more cash. He said, "Man, I couldn't do nothing but walk up to Stone Cold and say thanks for the house."
And that's a common phrase you used to hear to people
Yeah.
at the end of the night because remember back the old story about Dusty getting mad at the Rock and Roll Express
Mm-hmm.
because the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express, Cornette said, was making bigger house money than Dusty and Flair was on theirs. They had the A team thing, they were on the B team show at the next town over, and they were drawing more money than Dusty and Flair was. And everybody's coming up to them going, "Hey man, thanks for the house." And people are going, "Hey, can I get on yours for a little while? Can I
Yeah.
get
Can I,
on your tour?"
yeah, shoot, y'all making all the money. Remember back in the day they had the A, the B squad, the A squad, whatever.
Yeah, I
Everybody,
mean,
everybody wanted to be on Hogan's tour
right, right,
because he
because
was
all the
what?
selling out. Every show was selling out when Hogan was there.
Yeah. I mean, if you was on Macho Man's tour, you was making pretty good money too. But you didn't want to be on the C tour. Goddamn, making shitty money going to shitty
You're
places.
like Tito Santana's head. He's main eventing ours. What?
We're getting paid in tamales. No, I'm good.
Coco B. The Birdman is here tonight.
We ain't making no money. Jesus Christ.
But you get to see the dancing bird and the Birdman, and
Probably shared a
yeah,
you probably shared a locker room with the dancing bird.
I remember going to some of the WWF house shows when they came to Nashville, and there was never a Hulk Hogan house show that came through here. He didn't come down here.
I'm sorry.
But we did get your Ultimate Warriors. We got a Macho Man sometimes. We got Steamboat and Roberts. We got of course there was Tito Santana. You get your tag teams they had. We saw
Are you saying
the
you didn't get
we
C
saw the Hart Foundation was fun to watch when they came here. So they were fighting the British Bulldogs at the time, I think.
You mean to tell me you never saw Hulk Hogan live?
No, never have. He never come down this way.
Oh man, that sucks.
I've seen him on TV in different places. Obviously, I've seen him in Memphis wrestling on TV. I've seen him in WCW. I saw him in WWF, WE. But I've never seen him live at an event.
For at least 3 to 5 years, I saw Hulk Hogan at least once or twice a year.
Yeah, I've seen Flair several times.
Because,
If we're talking big names for the companies, biggest names of the companies.
but you would have thought they went through there somewhere. Wrestling is big where you at, bro.
Who, Hogan?
Yeah,
No, WWF came through here plenty of times, but Hulk Hogan did not.
I'm trying to figure out why not.
I don't know why not. I couldn't tell you. Like I said, we got Ultimate Warrior, we got Macho Man, we got Jake the Snake Roberts. Sometimes we got Ricky Steamboat. We had the British Bulldogs and the Hart Foundation. We had
where did y'all,
Beefcake and Valentine.
where were y'all house shows at?
Nashville at Municipal Auditorium.
So
that was the biggest venue at the time in Nashville. What's
the next biggest venue closer to that? Like
to Nashville?
Within 20 to 50 miles.
There's not. There wasn't at the time, at least anyway. So the next closest would have been 2.5, 3 hours down the road in Knoxville, and then or 4 hours to Memphis. But
he had to go to Memphis.
A lot of people didn't want to go through house shows to Memphis though, because Jerry Jarrett had Memphis locked down. WCW or NWA at the time would come through there, and the Mid-South Coliseum shows on Monday night would blow them away.
But we talking about Vince. Vince didn't give a fuck about that.
I mean, he would have went through there, but he wouldn't have made the money that Jarrett was making with his shows because he had seriously Memphis on lockdown. It's just people were going out every Monday night selling out 20,000 plus seats at the Mid South Coliseum every week to watch this.
That's crazy. Now, I went to the Capitol Center in DC. So, well, the Capitol Center is not really in DC; it's in Maryland. But
yeah, but see, we didn't have anything big like they here at the time. Now we have it's changed names. It's now well, I forget what's called now. It was Gaylord Entertainment Center. And I forget what they call it now. It's unimportant. It's where the Predators play. So you got a big place, those big concerts, Predators games, and other things that come through like that. That's where wrestling goes when it comes to Nashville, AEW and WWE. Well, AEW hit it several times. WWE hits there every time. AEW also goes to Clarksville, which is close to here, but it's not as big of an arena. It's like
I gotta get a damn hockey team.
we've had a hockey team forever,
I
like at least 20 years plus.
I want to say 20 years. I'm about to say not forever, but 20 years.
Well, even before they got here, we had a minor league hockey team, the Nashville Knights.
Nashville just don't seem like a place to play hockey, bro.
Well, neither does Atlanta really, or Florida, but they got hockey teams there.
I would take Florida before I take Nashville
For hockey.
Yeah,
Don't even get cold
only
in Florida.
because there's a lot of athletes in Florida that they live down there.
There's a lot of football players. There's a lot of basketball players. There's a lot of baseball players. There's not a lot of hockey players in Florida, man. There's nowhere you can play a year. Hockey's more of a northern sport.
I'm smart. Like they come down there for the summer. They don't. They live down there. They got One thing I learned, especially this year with my son playing football, when it comes to travel ball, they travel everywhere.
Yeah.
To play everything. Like I had no idea this whole. Like I knew about AAU because from basketball when I was in school, but I didn't. It wasn't that deep. As deep as it is now. Like they literally have a whole high school for college for athletes. It's like I think it's one in Atlanta, one in Florida. Like they have the top of the line football, baseball, track. Like you literally go there. You go to this high school because you're an athlete, which guarantees you a spot on some college team, some damn way, which is crazy. But yeah,
the whole thanks for the house bit though. Do you think they do the same thing in other sports? Like, do you think when Jordan first started taking off and was really big, where the league was generating more money and he was getting bigger contracts, and then other people started getting a little bit bigger contracts? Do you think they were looking at him and saying thanks for doing what you did? I mean, because Charles Barkley says that very thing.
I mean, as far as contracts, yes. As far as like coming to the arena, probably not, because they don't really make. That's the difference. Wrestlers made money off the attendance back in the day. Basketball ain't kind of like that. Once you sign your contract, they got to pay you that, whether up or not. So,
when you say contracts, you made me think of something. I was looking at something earlier. Maybe you've seen it, maybe not. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Did CM Punk come out and say something along the lines of he doesn't care whether he's opening the show or closing the show anymore because you make the same money either way it goes?
Yeah, I've heard
saying something along the lines of TKO has him structured on salary contracts or something.
I've heard him say that.
So
I didn't hear him get into specifics on his contract, but I have heard him say. He said it several times, several different ways.
It's like there's no incentive to do anything different, no incentive to work harder for something is what they described it as being, which seems weird to me because not everybody makes the same. Because I believe Roman Reigns makes more than
makes more, but I think again it's they all making a lot of money, right?
Yeah,
but it's all in what you negotiate, which is something I learned. And yes, I went to college. For those who don't think I'm very educated, I went to college. Right?
Well, see, this is where I'm going at. So this will get you going on this for a second. Get your soapbox out. You got people out there saying that this is the reason why WWE's product is being watered down right now because they're all making similar the same money and they don't care whether they're on first or last. So there's no incentive to get out there and work harder and make better stuff for the fans to watch. And I read that and I immediately shook my head and said, "Oh my God, did they just really say that?"
Here's the incentive of doing good, right? If you don't do well, if you don't get a reaction, if you don't get a
You
connection,
won't have a job.
you won't. Not only will you not have, you won't be on TV. You won't have a job. Your spot will diminish and go away.
And I laugh at that because Dutch Mantel said the very same thing not too long ago about back in the day when they were booking people. If you decided that you didn't want to do what the booker wanted you to do and you didn't come to work that night, other people would see that. And if you don't do something about it, the rest of them are going to think they can run over you. Now, this whole conversation was aimed at Tony Khan because of how he does things with AEW unless the wrestlers tell him what they want to do with their matches and stuff.
They don't
And-
have incentive to do better because Tony doesn't reprimand people for not doing their job.
And what Dutch said was, let me tell you what that got you back in the day. It got you not booked the next week, not booked the week after, not booked the week after that. And if you said one cross word to me, it got you booked right out the door.
There you go.
He said, so you come in, you did your job that you were paid to do, whether you was put somebody over or you're going over that night. You're getting paid either way.
And here's the other thing to that. Here's the other incentive, right? You've heard me say this before. Merch.
Yes. The more popular you become, the more merchandise you're going to sell. And I don't know what their percentage of merch they get. I guess that's negotiated differently from each person.
I think I heard Bruce Pritchard say 1 year Steve Austin made, I think it was either $5 or $10 million just in merch.
Ain't that crazy? There was a lot of 316 shirts out there for a long time.
To this day,
you can still buy 316 shirts and DX shirts.
To this day, Kevin Nash still makes a pretty good chunk of money off NWO shirts.
Yeah.
And as we've seen this with Jey Uso, you move a certain amount of merch, that kind of means people are interested in you. So what happens when they feel like people are interested in you? They bump you up to the top of the card, so much so that you might get a title run.
And you remember,
you're gonna say, well, about LA Knight. I don't know if LA Knight's moving that merch when it comes to that part.
I don't know what his merch sales are right now. At one point, he was top 4. I know that he got as high as top 4 that I've heard. I don't know beyond that or what he's doing now, but at one point,
let me ask you, when was the last time you heard somebody chant LA Knight's name when he wasn't on TV?
No, it don't happen.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean I like him any less and don't want to see him.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying, like, people keep saying this person.
I mean, you hear OTC, you hear CM Punk.
You hear
that's the two things I hear the most.
You hear they have recently started singing whose song they sing that? I heard them sing Triple H song when he came out a couple times. They're singing John Cena song again. Are they LA Knight doesn't really have
it doesn't have words to it though. I mean, it's just music. I mean, you hear LA Knight and then the rest of it's just music.
But Seth Rollins don't have words either, and they singing his song.
Well, he kind of started that with the, like he's orchestrating the, I don't even know how it goes. But anyway, the people who are listening and watching, you know what Seth Rollins' intro is like, what people do and everything. There's no words to it, but he kind of started that. But up there on the like at the end when you come out would be like doing this right here to people, and they'd start doing their thing, and then the fans want to feel like they're a part of the show. They'll sing everything and anything
if they like you. If they like you, sing it.
I don't even think it matters with the song. I mean, you see, God, what was his name? R-Truth, good Lord.
I'm about to say, don't
man, boy, it sucks getting old, guys. I'm telling you. R-Truth is a great guy. He's a funny guy. He really is. You gotta love R-Truth, man.
I can literally hear the gears getting stuck in your head.
I know, man. It felt like it too. To this day, I mean, people will be like, all he used to do is yell "What's up" one time, and then that starts. It'll be "What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?" And people just they get into it because they're interactive with him. It's
See,
all about
that's
interaction.
what I don't think it's because people. Well, let me tell you about. I do think people will sing anything, but I think people will sing anything if they care about you. And our truth got people to care about him, which
Yeah,
is why he can. Because let's be honest, that song is whack.
it really is stupid.
This fucking song is whack. But people care about our truth, so they will sing it anyway.
And,
Instead of,
when it to kind of follow up on LA Knight's entrance, though, when he comes to the ring, we get this. We hear the LA Knight when it starts. The robotic voice, LA Knight. Then what's he do?
that
He
gets
comes
popped.
out. He starts walking, just strutting like that little power walk, like to the ring, across between the Rock and Stone Cold.
Oh,
Which is
it's no cross. It's Stone Cold. It's no cross.
it's all Stone Cold, right? But I'm just trying to give him the credit because he sounds like the Rock sometimes when he speaks or something. But yeah, he's got that little Stone Cold power walk to the ring, right? And what's he do? He goes to the ring, he climbs up on the turnbuckle, like Stone Cold used to do, throws his hand up in the air, you know, and that's it. There's nothing to really get
So
into with
basically,
his really.
he's
So,
giving you nothing to connect to, and I'm not saying he should have a catchy theme song, but he's the only thing he's got is the yeah.
I personally think they should, and you might disagree, but change his entrance, his theme song to something different. Make it, I mean, but if you change his theme song to something different, you kind of push his character in a little different way too, though. And I don't know if they're going to change his character up at all and push him in any different way of any kind or
I don't
what.
think
But
I think if you're going to change it, turn him.
and they may have to turn him, and if they turn him heel, that's fine.
I
But
I don't
like
think
you said before, there's no heels nor baby faces no more. It's just who you want to cheer for.
when I say turn him, I don't mean like make him a bad guy. No, just make him do shit people don't like. Then change his music to go along with that. Because to be honest with you, I think that's what he needs right now.
A lot
Stop
of the
being,
times, that's what
stop.
it does for people. It reinvents them. It's a new song. It's a new look, new
I
attitude.
think he needs to come out there and cut a promos like, all y'all people say yeah, all y'all people cheer when I walk out, and that ain't got me shit. I'm still in the same spot. The hell with your yeah. I need my time. People may cheer that shit too. I don't know.
Well, I mean, CM Punk kind of does that.
Yeah.
Does he not? I mean, and people cheer him and sing his song and everything. He's like,
He
he said many times he's not there for friends.
he's there to make money.
He's there to make money. He's here to win titles and make money. That's he's not there to make friendships. And that includes he's not here for the fans' cheers, but he still plays to the fans though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's part of his gig there. I mean, you play to the fans, but you're strictly business at this point. You want to make money. And that's what they could do with him and increase, I don't know if it increases like likability or anything, but it would definitely give him a fresh look and a little bit of a fresh start to push him towards some stuff.
We're gonna get into this Survivor Series because we went.
Yeah, go ahead and run the card down before we get out of.
We were doing 40
right away.
minutes. We haven't talked about it yet, and I'm over here popping cough drops like it's candy. So,
It's okay. We're entertaining though. That's all that matters. That's right.
well, at least I am. I don't know. First match, women's.
Where's my button?
Oh Lord! I thought it
Oh,
broke.
no, it
You just made the list.
It didn't break. There you go. Run down the card real quick. Come on, let's hear it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not because of I don't like them. I just don't think there's a lot there for me to care about. I am very entertained by Stephanie Vaquer's matches, particularly because of one move she does. But I don't think they're putting that belt on Nikki Bella.
Do you know she's not the first one to do that move? You know where she got that from?
Where?
TNA. Beautiful people.
I remember that now. I just said that.
Yeah, I just saw it the other day. I was like, that's what she got that. I don't know about it if I really want to call that match or not. I mean, I don't think Nikki Bella's going to get that title from her. I think it's just.
I don't think she is.
Yeah, she doesn't need that title, and I mean, Stephanie Vaquer is already over. She don't need it either. But I mean, I'd rather see it on her. She's the younger talent, and keep it on her unless she needs to get out for a while, like how they do sometimes for injuries. They'll keep them on the down low, and they'll send you home to recoup, and
Well,
they'll put it on somebody else.
it's kind of happened very quick because she just turned on Stephanie like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and that
Mhm.
happened the match. So yeah, it's kind of like we needed something for Stephanie to do, kind of like. But I don't, like I said, I don't think she's gonna win that title. I just can't see. I can't see anything happening after that makes the title win. I mean, you'll get a shock value out of it for like the night, but after that, I don't see much after that if she wins that title. So yeah, I'm saying Stephanie keeps that title. IC Championship match: John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. You know what? I think John Cena loses that title.
Yeah, I think he puts it back on him. I mean, like I said, he's putting him over, whether people know it or not. This is just another way of saying, hey, we're going to put Dom over a little bit more. He's very entertaining. The fans like him. They love to boo him, and then some people like to cheer him.
I don't think I'm saying Dominic's going to win the title back, but
But hold on, how if he does win the title back, does he win it clean, or is it someone in the John Cena last time tournament thing comes in and screws him out of it?
I don't think anybody from the tournament screws him out of it. I don't think Dominic, if he wins it, also don't think he wins it clean, which is again the fun part of the match because now I think I know what's going to happen. I just want to see how they do it, which is me as a fan. That's what I like to watch.
Yeah. Everybody envisions it in their own way of how they think it's going to happen. So,
but then again, the 25% of me says John Cena keeps it, and because everybody thinks that Gunther's going to win this this tournament and beat John Cena for the title, and I can see that happening too. So
Gunther's already been pushed to the world title level. Though. I don't think he really. I don't. Do you really want to push him back to the IC title again right now?
That's a good way to get him in a match with CM Punk.
I mean, you can get him in a match with CM Punk without putting the IC title on.
But it's more interesting
because at the same time,
what sounds better to you, right? And I know you're gonna say this probably ends up in another tournament, but I don't think it's going to end up in a tournament because I don't like tournaments to begin with. You know this. But what looks better to you? They're manufacturing a reason for Gunther, some crazy reason for Gunther to have a match with CM Punk out of the blue, or Gunther coming out saying I'm the IC champion. This leads me to be the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk, I'm coming for you because that makes more sense. And at the end of the night, you see Gunther standing there with 2 titles, a la Goldberg. Because Gunther has some shit to say about Goldberg.
I know he did, but I don't.
I'm just saying, which scenario?
I don't.
For you.
I'm not a scenario of him doing what you just said and winning, having the 2 titles. I'd be more of a scenario if they want to put him in a match against CM Punk with the title because he's already been there, done that, and wants to get back in it. That he can just come out one night whenever CM Punk is done with whatever he's doing with the person he's in now, and just have him come out there and beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, but that works sometimes and sometimes it don't. Just somebody you win the match and then all of a sudden here comes somebody else out the blue. Just here I am.
If you put
because for that matter, any former champion can walk out there and do that.
If you put the Intercontinental title on Gunther and use that as his reason to get back up to the World Heavyweight title, then you can't do it too soon. You can't do it right away.
Oh no, I can see Gunther winning that title and saying, "I'm making it more, making it important because Dominic made it a joke."
It's gonna have to last a while.
And coming from Gunther, because Gunther is so serious and Dominic is who Dominic is, that makes sense. It sounds right coming out of Gunther's mouth. Dominic, you've had a joke of a champion. This guy had to sneak this. I'm a real fighter. I'm a real wrestler. I win him in the ring, which is stuff Gunther says. Yeah, I can see that. I can even see Dominic being stupid enough to come out and get in Gunther's face because he beat Cena. He
already got in Cena's face. I mean, come on, why would he get in Gunther's face?
That's what I'm saying. Right?
Look, Dominic and me. Okay, I almost did it. Dominic and Rusev having that fight. I almost said Miro, didn't I?
But
Uh,
it's right there though. There's so many ways to go with this because, and this is just me. I'm not even in the writers' room, but I'm pretty sure these ideas have been thrown around because it's right there. Like if he'll go out there and talk shit to Cena like he did the other night, you think he won't go out there and do this because that's dominant.
who?
I'm
So
gonna say
Punk-
to people who can whip my ass.
So CM Punk's current program is what with Vision.
Yes.
So are they going to skip over Braun Breaker for a while and put it on Gunther? Because if you remember, didn't Gunther have a little confrontation with them in the ring, but stepped out of the ring and walked away
I
and
don't
left somebody else up in there?
I don't know why people are expecting Braun Breaker to win that title anytime soon.
Because they keep hinting that he's going to be the next big thing, and he's a Paul Heyman guy now.
Are they hitting that, or is that just what people just take
No,
it?
this is how people's interpreting it because
Yeah, that's what I'm
the division without Seth Rollins, and he just took Seth Rollins out himself. Supposedly that's how that went. Now they're saying that people are looking at it and going, "Oh, Braun Breaker, he's that guy eventually." Are they going to do it now, or are they going to wait a while?
First of all, we all know CM Punk is probably going to keep that title to WrestleMania, right? Like I don't see him. I don't. When do you? Is he going to lose it at Survivor Series? No, he's not having a match for the title. So we throw that out. Is he going to lose? Is he going to lose it at Saturday night's main event?
No.
Okay, so we can throw that out.
What's the next big pay-per-view after Survivor Series?
Royal Rumble. It's going to lose it at Royal Rumble.
Well, the champion doesn't always wrestle at the Royal Rumble defending their title because the winner of the Royal Rumble is going to face them at WrestleMania.
Even if he does, the person everybody thinks he's going to win it is going to take it from him. It's probably going to be in the Royal Rumble.
So it makes it just. There's so many different ways they could go with this. It's hard to say. Let's go to the next match.
I knew I like stomping you.
No, it just gives it really gives me a headache thing because I know how I want it to go in my mind, but I know you don't care for it to go that way. So it's just we've already went down there. We've already gone down this road 1,000 times.
It's not so much of that I don't care. My point is, there's so many different ways. It's crazy.
I liked your scenario you presented a couple weeks ago,
which was
because it made a good storyline and it still put the belt on my favorite that I want to have it. I liked your scenario. And then after CM Punk has lost it to him, then you can turn around and Gunther can smack the crap out of him and take it from him.
But that's my point. There's so many different ways you can go. Me personally, I think it's crazy to get locked into one stream of thinking a certain thing is going to go, because the way give him credit, say he's done a bad job last couple of months, whatever. I give a man all the credit in the world, because anybody sitting in Triple H's seat right now will probably fold outside of Triple H. They probably fold. The amount of pressure from stuff he's got to come up with every week with the way fans are now. Come on, these people fold. But that's the good part, because there's so many ways. We just sat here for one match and had about 6 different directions for it to go.
They used to reward wrestlers based on certain things, right? They would reward the wrestler based on, hey, the fans are really into him right now. These fans like this guy. This would make sense to do this. We'll give it to him for a little bit. He won't have it long. He'll lose it to someone else, or he'll lose it back to the one who had it before. I mean, do you know who the 2 busiest people were last year in the company who wrestled the most matches?
Cool.
All this year. You already know one of them, because I've told you before. LA Knight's one of them. Who's the other one?
Jey Uso?
Dominic Mysterio.
You know what? Because he's been doing that AAA stuff. I think they wrestling right now.
I think they might be, but he's been on Smack. He's also been on SmackDown and Raw back and forth a few times as well. Not just the one brand. He's jumped over to the other brand for a little bit for a couple of appearances or something. Then you said, like you said, the whole other thing where he's champion of there. I mean, he's got a lot of time put in this year, just as LA Knight does and everything. It used to be you would reward certain of the wrestlers for the hard work they put in.
Dude, Javon Evans just won a match in AAA, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even know he was on his card.
Who'd he wrestle?
I don't know who this is.
Oh.
Somebody in AAA.
Not that big,
Sorry, people.
not that big he-she looking thing, is it?
No, I'm not up for my AAA, but I should be because I don't know if it's the production or if it's the people that integrating into AAA, but it seems a bit more interesting. But I don't know because I've never watched AAA that much before this. So,
Yeah.
but back to the card, we got All right, so hold it. Are you picking John Cena or Dominic to win?
You know, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Dom,
I said,
and I'm going to say Cena does him the favor of putting him over on the way out the door.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna go Dom, but I'll be cool either way.
Yeah, it won't bother me either way, but it just feels right.
We got the women's War Games match: Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee versus Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Kabuki Warriors, and Becky Lynch. It's gotta be Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair and all those guys, all those girls, right? Although
I could see it.
I'm a fan of the Nia Jax Lash Legend team.
I could see it go both ways because Lash Legend and Nia Jax right now look harsh. I mean, they just look. I swear that Lash Legend,
That's a beautiful woman,
I almost got knocked out watching her knock Alexa Bliss back.
That is a beautiful.
Did she hit Alexa Bliss so hard she fell 4 feet backwards?
She almost, dude.
Or was it Io Sky?
I think she had an out of body experience when she
Something, man. I think that might have been Io Sky that got knocked back that far, but she's hit them both really hard. Oh, she hit Alexa outside the ring.
Yeah, she had Alexa
outside and but just knocked the.
And she hit Io Sky inside the ring because I remember that.
And Io Sky, I swear she went 3 or 4 feet backwards. The way she really sold that hit.
I don't think she had no other choice but to sell it like that.
But I mean, they looked rough on them backstage too, and they caught them all backstage and jumped them when Charlotte wasn't with them. You know, I mean, the way they've done the whole Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley thing, and them coming together to work together, one or two things is going to happen. They're either going to do well and win, or one of them's going to turn on the other one in the match and cost the match.
I'm going to be brutally honest, and I'm going to say something that probably some people are thinking, but nobody's going to say. Rhea Ripley, if that team wins that match, it's because AJ Lee is on that team. They're not going to have her lose.
Well,
and I don't think
Lee's been in a match. They can still have AJ Lee look good, but not being the one that got pinned.
Yeah, I think the shot is to have her in that ring, hand raised. That's the money shot.
I don't know. Becky's already put her over once and lost to her. I could see that team winning and Becky getting the pin on AJ Lee. I could see that.
I mean, you got Kairi Sane that could take the pin too. So you got Lash Legend that could take the pin. She hasn't really.
I mean, you can because she's kind of new, but you brought her in looking strong.
Yeah.
Do you really want to make her lose? Be the one to get pinned?
Does she really lose if she gets pinned by Rhea Ripley or Charlotte Flair?
Well, I mean, you lose, but I mean, does it really look bad on her? Is what you're saying?
Nobody's gonna play. Oh man, Lash Legend. There's no way in will she can get pushed to the top now because she lost to Rhea Ripley.
So let's say you're building a story. Your Kabuki Warriors still stay looking a little bit, still stay looking pretty strong, right? Lash Legend, you brought her in to be the little powerhouse with Nia Jax. We know Nia Jax has taken the loss quite a few times for people, just for what they do. But to have this match go on and see Becky Lynch sneak one on AJ Lee and get a pin, since AJ Lee got her pinned in the other match, I could see it going over that way.
I don't know who was going to get pinned. I don't know who's going to do the pinning. All I know is I'm just, me. Sometimes I look at the business, or look at what I think they want to present. And I think they want to present because AJ Lee has only had one match since she came back. We all saw her sign a contract, so we know she's going to be around. I don't know how they're going to use her or how sparingly they're going to use her, but I do know they don't want to have that match going off the air with AJ Lee.
How do you continue building AJ Lee and Becky though if you don't kind of make it back and forth a little bit?
Because it's not a one-on-one, it's a team thing.
I know it's a team thing,
So it's
but
not.
I'm just saying
I don't think either
you can have a good
I
team
don't-
match, and you can
I don't-
highlight their rivalry in that match.
you can highlight it, but I don't think either one of them losing degrades the whole story, the whole feud thing. If you get what I'm saying, like I don't think that has a bearing on. Like if AJ Lee won, I don't think it's like, oh well, she beat Becky twice. I don't think it's that because it's a team thing. If Becky wins, I don't think it's because, oh well, she had to get her win back because she lost to AJ Lee a couple months ago. I don't think any of that matters because it's a War Games match. It's a team match.
Well,
Like,
I know who I want to win, which is Alexa Bliss, obviously, in that team. But who do I think will win it? I think that the Nia Jax and Lash Legend, Kabuki Warriors, and Becky Lynch is going to win.
okay, so mine is the opposite. I want Nia Jax's team to win, but I think AJ Lee's going to win. So there you go. And also, if you're expecting this match to look like that Blood and Guts match from AEW, no, that was just unnecessary. That shit is crazy.
They don't do blood in WWE anyway.
They do blood. They just don't
They
do
rarely do blood.
they do blood
However, in the blood and guts thing, they did blood way too soon.
and way too much of it.
And while we're bringing it up, I want to say something about that. The cage match they had for blood and guts. What's the point of a cage match if you can go in and out of the cage at will when you want to and get stuff? Now I will defend AEW. I like a lot of the wrestlers. I like a lot of the matches I've seen. But you gotta shake your head in
Can we clip
confusion.
that and send that to Chili Ray? Can we clip that and send that to Chili?
You gotta shake your head in confusion when you're setting up this end all be all cage match. You can't escape. There's a top on the cage, like War Games, like True War Games used to be or something, I guess. And call it blood and guts and everything, and let everybody go out when they want to and pick up a new weapon and come in.
Before anybody brings up the Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker and Mick Foley, that match started outside the cage, then went inside of the cage, and didn't come back outside of the cage until it was over with. So
yeah, so it just struck me. I heard that on a podcast that they were talking about the other day, and I was like, I didn't watch the match, so I didn't know it happened. And I was like, seriously. So I looked this thing up, and I'm seeing clips of it.
people were outside the cage not even 5 minutes after the match started, bro.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the clips. I'm like, well, these guys are spot on. I mean, what was the point of the cage if you're not going to keep people in? Now, the way they ended it with the women's match with Toni Storm being held down and watching them as they whipped the one person until she finally gave in and threw in the towel. That's a kind of a cool, all right ending to it. But the fact that you ran in and out of the ring 500 times, you got Mercedes Moné going out there and bringing in a title for each of her people to whip somebody with, each one with a different title belt.
Let's be honest. If you get out, why would you want to go back in?
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, Chili, if you're listening, man, I ain't with you on that one for the women's war game match. That's just stupid. The guys' war game match, war games, blood and guts match. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. There was a lot of blood in that one too. I thought it was funny for the aftermath thing with the Orange Cassidy. I just realized what blood and guts means.
I think it was stupid to have him have his hands stapled in his pocket because that you can't staple your hands in your pockets, bro.
It's hilarious though.
It's hilarious because it's dumb. Like
I know that's what I'm saying. It's dumb. It's so dumb. It's funny.
Who believes this man had his hands stapled? That is the dumbest.
It's like bad. It's like a bad dad joke in wrestling. Is what it is. I mean,
like imagine sitting there watching that with somebody with a HiQ level above a can. They're gonna look at you like you're half retarded, bro. What are you watching? Why is this man faking like his hands are stuck in his pocket?
Well, obviously his hands got stapled through to his thighs there, and he can't pull them out.
Staples don't even go that deep, bro.
Oh, these were special staples just for the match.
Oh God.
Yes. So let's go to the next match.
I was about to. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, Roman Reigns versus the Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar.
The second half right there. They take it. They win it.
if there's going to be a lot of blood, I would say it's this match, and that's only because Brock Lesnar's in it.
I say they win it because Brock Lesnar's in it, and they don't like to have Brock Lesnar's side, whatever. They don't like him being on the losing side. I don't think you can have them lose. That group as a general, right, for this game or this match. I don't think you can have them lose that one.
Let's play over under on the side bet right quick. What's the over under on Brock attacking one of his own teammates?
Dude, there's always a possibility of that when him turning on him too, because he's not the Paul Heyman guy at this point.
Well.
Hey, he was coming to help Cody Rhodes, was he not?
You say turn on him, right? I don't think Brock fuck with any of them. I think only reason Brock is there because Paul asked him to be. I don't think Brock cares about any of them, bro.
Do you know what would be a funny scenario, a funny outcome? Is during the match, toward the end, would they end up coming that Breaker or Bronson Reed does something to take, or even Logan Paul, even him, because it looks like Logan Paul's a part of the Vision now. He came down with the Vision, announced with the Vision.
And I also think he's going to be the guy to catch an F5 from Paul Heyman. I mean, from
Lesnar. And that's what I'm saying. Watch him do something, as cocky and arrogant as he is. Watch him do something to tick him off, and then he just do that to him and leave him.
I could just see Logan Paul just jumping in Brock Lesnar's face like, yeah, bro, we got him. And Brock just looking at him
or taken from his glory. Brock Lesnar does something like an F5 or a couple F5s, and he goes in to try and pin him himself or something real quick to get the pin. Something that just irritates Lesnar. I could see that happening, but if that does not happen, then that's got to be the team that wins it. I know Roman Reigns is back for it and everything, but I'm same thing, right? I think Brock team should win it, but I also think that going off the air shot is Roman Reigns and CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. That's the shot they want going off the air. And I also think there's a little dissension between Roman and Punk. Yeah.
Because at some point Roman's gonna want a title back. I don't know if it's that.
And that could be the reason why they lose, because they're not fully together as a team.
Or Jey Uso. Remember how they were going back and forth for I'm not like Roman and all this other stuff. Roman's trying to tell him what to do. And he's like, you can't tell.
There could be a three-way thing in there of butting heads between CM Punk, Jey Uso, and Roman Reigns.
And on the flip
while
side,
Jimmy Uso and Cody Rhodes try and keep the peace, and it just don't work out, don't happen.
This is why wrestling is fun to me. Because the same issues you got on one team, you got them on the other team. Brock don't play well with others. CM Punk really don't play well with others. He'll help you. He'll be a friend.
Yeah.
But he'll fight you too. So, I don't know. I could see me now sitting there watching Survivor Series like this. And then you'll send me a text. I told you. I didn't see that. I could, yeah.
I have one question for you. I have one question for you about Survivor Series, and anybody who's watching this on the replay later can answer this as well. This will be up in the Front Row Wrestling group to watch still, and on YouTube, so you can answer this anytime you want to. But for you right here now, do you miss the old format for Survivor Series as much as I do?
What do you mean? It's about the
random 5-man teams put together for same purpose, facing off against each other. Elimination. You get pinned, you're out. It could be 5-on-4, 5-on-3, 5-on-2 at one point. It might be whatever. The last really good Survivor Series match I remember seeing is when Dolph I almost said Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Ziggler comes back and wins everything for the Cena team because Cena gets knocked out by Big Show. He turns on him and knocks him out, and they pin him and get rid of him. and everybody thought, "Oh my God, that's it. That team's done with."
And
And then he comes back and wins the whole thing for him. But that kind of random, like teams like that, though, pitted against each other, like we used to have back in the day when you had Kerry Von Erich, the Road Warriors, and the Ultimate Warrior, and they go against Boss Man and Akeem and I don't know, whoever.
I do, and I don't. I hate being a middle, like ride the fence kind of person. But as you know, I like I like older stuff. Like I watch old TV shows, I watch old movies, I watch old wrestling.
Mhm.
But I'm also a fan of things evolving, right? So on one hand, I do miss it because it's nostalgic. It was what I grew up on. It was, I was around for me and you both were around for the first Survivor Series.
Mhm.
Something different, something new. It's like, hey, all my favorites are on one team. Cool.
Right. I'm just saying. I mean, it's like these. They call it the Survivor Series for a reason. You were surviving that match to be the winner of the match, and
I
it's
think we've evolved to a point in wrestling where, I was a fan of factions. We don't really have factions anymore. We do, but we only have like one.
I get
Right.
two. Judgment Day,
Oh, I don't
Vision.
even call them a faction no more.
It's just a matter of time for they're not anything.
Right. They shouldn't have been anything for like the last 2 months, but I don't know what's taking them so long to break that up. But
White Six.
yeah,
What's the one with Solo Sikoa called? What's his group called?
the MFTs. But yeah,
MFTs.
I mean factions were like everybody was aligned with somebody. Yeah, it was just
WWE wore
which is
that one out at that one point in time when you had DX, you had the Nation of Domination, you had what was the biker group called?
I love that because man, everybody, it was like a gang fight every week.
Well, what were they called? The motorcycle people,
DOA,
DOA. Was it like Disciples of
Apocalypse?
Okay, and then there was at least one more, wasn't there? Was there a fourth one?
There was the Mexican group with Salvio Vega. There was the Nation of Domination. There was DMX, Disciples of Apocalypse. That's 4 of them. And then the military dudes with Don Callis, with Kurgan and all them. I forgot what they were called.
Who?
The Truth Commission.
Don Callis.
Yeah.
You know the Don Callis in AEW?
Yes, he was in WWE.
Dude, I don't remember that at all.
He had long hair. He had that thing in the middle of his forehead. He used to come down from the ceiling preaching. And he had Kurgan and all them.
That was him?
Yeah.
Dude, this goes to show you how much I didn't pay attention to WWE at some times.
I'm going to see if I can pull him up.
The group with Kurgan, though, I know that was before the oddities, obviously.
Yeah, they were called the Truth Commission.
I thought the Truth Commission was the one where they had the Godfather. Well, he wasn't the Godfather anymore. He was something else. And then you had
Bull Buchanan.
Yeah, all them.
So yeah, let me see if I can show you this right quick. That's Don Callis right there.
Where?
Right there.
It sure is.
That's Don Callis, bro.
Wow. I guess I just didn't pay any attention or to remember that he was actually, there.
He's part of the Truth Commission. He was the
but for the longest time, I didn't stop to realize that Luke Gallows was
Festus.
Festus. I didn't even pay attention to that.
You gotta pay attention, bro.
It's the whole thing, but it's the whole thing. See, I'm not saying that you support only one company, but I think you've always kind of leaned more WWE than WCW, right? I've always leaned more the other way, and I still watch the other company too.
I watched WCW.
I didn't pay attention to it as much.
I watched WCW every Monday, bro.
Every Monday. But did you have a liking for the wrestlers in one company
Yes.
better than the other?
Yes.
Which ones you like?
I was all about the NWO.
So you didn't like the characters from WWE better than WCW at the time when they had those faction things going on?
I had people in WCW I liked and people in WCW I disliked. I had people in WWE I liked and people in WWE I didn't like.
See, I didn't pay a lot of close attention to WWE at that point in time.
I wasn't a big Owen Hart fan. I mean, you know, he
Yeah,
was cool. I didn't hate him.
Big deal out of
I
him.
didn't hate Owen Hart. Now, when he turned and joined the Nation of Domination, I paid more attention to him. But outside of that, I wasn't a big.
But he made fun of him. Always cracked me up.
I wasn't a big Owen Hart. I would. At the same time, I wasn't a real big Paul White fan. I wasn't a Giant fan.
No, I wasn't a Giant fan either, and I wasn't.
When he joined NWO, I wasn't a Giant fan.
And in unpopular opinion, probably the only reason why people make such a big deal out of Owen Hart is because of how he died in the ring.
I heard that on. I was listening to Jim Cornette today, and they were talking about Sabu being into the the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame. They elected him in, and Jim Cornette. I mean, I don't agree with everything he said. I don't disagree with everything he says, but I agree with this. And I said the same thing when Bray Wyatt died, and everybody wanted him to put him in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, you can't just because somebody died. It's not a qualification.
And I never was big on Sabu.
Sabu
ECW was not my cup of tea.
Nobody gave a damn about Sabu until after he died, except for people who were hardcore ECW fans.
I started to say there was your hardcore ECW fans that loved the whole Sabu, Dreamer, Taz, and Sandman thing.
Outside of that,
you know,
that's not the majority.
I wasn't a big fan of Sabu back then either. Anyway.
It's not
Rob Van Dam.
Some people hear that now. I wasn't a fan of this person. Oh, that mean you think they it doesn't mean you hated them. It doesn't mean I just wasn't a fan.
Right. I wasn't a fan of Tommy Dreamer. I wasn't a fan of Sabu. I like Taz. I thought RVD was cool.
I wasn't a fan of Taz.
I mean, I was
that don't
a fan
mean I don't think he can't wrestle. That don't mean he was bad. That don't mean I think he sucked. I just wasn't a fan. He wasn't.
When they first started the Dudley bit, the whole Dudley family, I thought that was the dumbest thing ever.
I kind of laughed at that. I didn't watch a lot.
It's laughable for sure. It was
CW viewing was only because New Jack was on television.
And then you had people like that they pushed over big, like Stevie Richards and Mikey Whipwreck. And I never understood that. The whole shark. What was his name? Was it Shark Boy or something?
Stevie Richards should not be on YouTube telling anybody anything about wrestling.
Not what he is, though.
I don't give a damn what people. I don't care what his friends think. I don't care what people who like him think. They can tell, he was in the business. I don't think he is in a position to be sitting on. And this goes for Maven too. And I like Maven. I subscribed to Maven's channel because he had a video that I liked, and I was like, you know what, that video made me subscribe. But at the same time, right? And speaking of Y6, they're cutting a promo on AAA, which is cool, and they're doing it in Spanish, which is even better.
Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo está?
You know, I was about to say something. I lost my train of fucking thought.
You were talking about how great I was and why I was right tonight and you were wrong.
Definitely wasn't it.
That wasn't it? Okay.
Definitely wasn't. But no, I just don't think you should be a fan of or give people awards for the simple fact that they died. Like I said, I'm not saying Bray Wyatt is not a Hall of Fame wrestler, but he died this year, and then the very next Hall of Fame, let's just put him in a Hall of Fame.
No, there's got to be a window.
That don't even seem sincere, bro, because it feels like you only put him in there because he died.
Right. There's got to be a window for people like that. I mean, you got to say, or just in general, when you officially retire or you pass away, one of the two, you got so many years before you're allowed to be inducted.
Yeah.
And I understand if they're dead already, it's posthumously and everything, and people are like, I don't like that because he didn't get a chance to appreciate it. It's like with the Baseball Hall of Fame. Somebody asked me, will Pete Rose ever get in now that he's dead? And he might now that he's dead, but I don't want him to because he's not there to accept it and appreciate it. I'd rather just see him not get in at all at this point.
In the words of Jim Cornette, there's people that died that ain't never died before. So so you gotta get
Jim Cornette.
Look, I would never invite Jim Cornette to my house for dinner, but that don't mean he don't entertain me, bro. I'm just saying. I will never invite the man because I'm afraid he's gonna say something that's gonna get me and him kicked out the house. But
Don't worry, he'll have a racket with him for defense, and
yeah, my
maybe he'll have a spare tennis racket for you too. You never know.
shorty packing. That racket ain't gonna do him a damn good. Shorty is packing. So yeah, I want Brock Lesnar and the crew to win, but I feel like just 45 years of watching WWE, WWF, they want to go off the show with CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, all them standing in the middle of the ring celebrating.
There has been the
I could be-
occasion.
I could be totally wrong. If it don't go, look, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna say this, and I will be done with the whole thing. I don't care any of the results of these shows. We just picking them because we want to preview, and it's fun to predict and say who we want to win and all that stuff. That's
Yeah.
fun. But this particular show with this particular card, scratch the Stephanie Vaquer, and no offense to Stephanie Vaquer, but take her and Nikki Bella out the equation, right? I don't care who win either match because I know with these people on this particular card at this particular show, I'm going to enjoy it. Whoever wins these matches is not going to affect my enjoyment level of this show because it's war games, right? Dude, at this point, I'm just looking for the entertainment. I don't know who's gonna win, but I want to see how they're gonna win. And I want to see what's going to happen to lead to something else because something is going to go on in that men's war games match. Something's going to go on in that women's war games match with just the personalities involved in it. So that's where I'm at with it.
Don't forget, there's been some times in the past at pay-per-views, though. Don't forget this, that, like you're saying, do you think they want to go off the air with those particular people on the cameras is going off there standing in victory, or maybe having confrontation with each other? They've won, but now they're having confrontation because their personalities are clashing. They've also gone off the air with, the bad guy running them down and winning and looking dominant as they go off the air.
I could totally see Brock Lesnar standing over people and standing in those people's blood.
Do you know what would be like a cool ending? He not only puts out the entire other team of Roman Reigns and Cody and all them with multiple trips to Suplex City, but then turns around, does the same thing to his team. He's the last person standing in the entire cage between both teams.
That would be something to see. That will be something to see.
Talk about your beast incarnate.
I ain't really getting my $30 worth out of this damn ESPN because I didn't know I get multi-view, and I didn't know if I'm watching F1 Grand Prix racing, they have a camera in the cars.
Yeah.
Like with the whole dash and all that stuff. It's almost like I'm playing Xbox, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you watching F1 racing?
Just for this camera view, bro. Like I'm watching it. There's a so.
I get more enjoyment watching Mario Karts than I would watching F1 racing.
You got to see this. So, you got the streaming service. You can watch the normal broadcast, and I think they do this on Amazon Prime too, where you can watch a different thing where it has all the tracking and the stats and all this stuff. Watch that particular broadcast, but F1 they got a camera right over top of the helmet in the car, and it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Well, you can see them shifting. You can see them throttle up, throttle down. See them on the first, second, third, and like these fuckers go from 0 to 60 in like a second, bro.
Interesting.
Right. On that note, we've gotten to the babbling part of the show, so that you know what that means. It's time to end it. We've gone longer than I wanted to.
Don't forget, you got to put it out there before you go. You got to put it out there.
Put what out there?
Everybody go watch the Tony Khan interview.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, go watch that.
We ain't got time to talk about it at this point, but go watch the Tony Khan interview with what's his name again?
Ariel Helwani.
Ariel Helwani. Yes, I mean the first one he had was like a train wreck.
It's a shit show.
He actually had a good interview with him this time, and that's the reason why we keep saying interesting. Interesting.
If you want to go watch a man, just go watch it, bro. Just go watch it. I'm not going to give anybody.
He does have some good points, but he has a lot of his usual Tony Khan self out there too. So
You could.
it is what it is.
You could. I like the interview because he didn't sound like a big kid for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can clearly tell this man is lying.
Some of his things he said on there, like I said, was him being trying to stay like Helwani got him to feel good about being on there, and then he threw some tougher questions at him. And he said at one point, "Man, wow,
he's doing a lot. He was doing a lot.
You've been asking so many good things. We've had such a good conversation. I just really want to be transparent with you and answer it and everything because you had me going. Oh, you got me in a corner now, but yeah, interesting. It's very interesting.
I think Tony Khan has mastered the art of saying a lot and not saying anything.
Interesting.
He said a lot. He said a lot of words.
A lot of words.
A lot of them didn't mean anything, but okay. On that note, yeah, appreciate those who swung by, those who catch it on replay. Appreciate y'all too. I'm going to drink. I might, I'm going to have me a hot toddy.
I just wonder when you were going to say it's what you were going for.
I'm going to have me a hot toddy. Yeah, that might do the trick. I hate tea.
Knock you out, if anything.
I hate tea, but if you put liquor in it,
it's no longer a tea.
Makes everything better. Sir, thank you. Appreciate you again. Retro Life for You. Check him out on Facebook and YouTube. He does interesting things about the best time in life, the 80s. Well, I shouldn't pigeonhole it.
And 90s.
And 90s, yesteryear.
Yesteryear.
We'll be back in 2 weeks I wrote review. I should have wrote preview. We'll be back in 2 weeks to review.
Yes. Review what's going on, plus what happened on the follow-up or the aftermath of Raw and SmackDown.
And please come back so you can hear Chris say, Ray, you're right. You're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about
Please
that.
come back just to make sure that Mr. KS is still around, that he hasn't got up and bumped his head in the ceiling since it's swollen up so big right now.
Well,
Pat yourself on the back before you go.
Big head, big brain, big IQ.
Big BS.
Hey, just big.
From
a wrestling podcast, we out.
Bye. What?
I was trying to end Facebook. Okay. There you go. Shut that one down. Okay.